The moment she says all the bills are settled, right? There's 5,000 left. This 5,000 can't see the end of the month. We can't get to a new month with 5,000 intact.
That was like a huge issue, really. And yeah, my contraceptives journey is just also another one that has been very difficult.
Yeah.
So that affected, and it was just a downer on our sex life, just to defend myself a little bit.
Yeah.
To be like, it was not my intention. I was good to go, but my body was against me, or the thing that was in my body was against me.
Yeah.
And
another difficulty I had was I never had married friends. The first one was married.
Yeah.
So now I'm going through this. Now I'm wondering, I can't tell my friends this, That would be like, you can't get the car going.
Wow.
Those kind of things. And it's like, who do I talk to, And it was very difficult as well. My brother was married. And so, but I never spoke to him about these kind of things, because we married relatively
around the same time.
They very close proximity. Yeah. So I thought, hey, maybe it's a newlyweds thing, that they experience. So yeah, but what did help me, like I said, watching some content on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
like us who are appearing ourselves now.
It's the part where the church also needs to improve, these things, because, like, honestly, you feel you feel like you're the only one in the world going through this, and it hurts even more, whereas if you're like with my friends now, when they get married and they're comfortable to speak to me about anything, they would know that no, this is a process. I have certain ways to navigate around it, certain encouragement, because the problem is when you go through a problem like this, you look at it and you feel like the world is ending tomorrow. So if it's not solved today, then tomorrow is going to be the worst day of your life, which is not the case. What marriage teaches you is that the world doesn't end the following day.
It continues, and you have to figure it out.
Exactly, So yeah.
But I think, just to conclude, eventually we found our rhythm.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, Amava does exist, Pella. So.
I'm glad you said that before I drank my water. It would be all on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, our daughter didn't come about by chance.
No Virgin Mary situation.
No.
Yeah. And we were enjoying ourselves, and she came as a happy surprise.
Yeah, we did. I think there were things like that I did to just really, because I just wanted also to make him happy, someone I love. Of course, I want to try and match his drive, which is really, but anyway, I wanted to try and match it. So I eventually had to get off the contraceptives, because I tried a lot of different ones, and they just all messed me up in various ways. And I guess the calendar method that we used resulted in our happy surprise, but I had to get off those things to get my body regulated. And there's a period where I lost a lot of weight. If you know me personally and also followed me on social media, and then we went on holiday in December and all of that. So I just been healthy and eating well and all of these things, which helped a lot of other areas, because I knew why I was doing it. I wanted to just show up as the best version in every area, and also in that area too. So I guess shortly after getting everything together, God was like, boom, okay, here's a baby. Here's a baby.
Perfect time to give birth to a healthy baby.
A beautiful, healthy baby who keeps us on our toes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just the thing we had to navigate, but we got through it, and eventually, like, I realized that though, yes, maybe sex is not everything, it's very important. It's a huge part of your marriage. It does a lot, brings that unity, you know. It's important. Like, it's not something you should neglect. It's something that you should cultivate. You need to make sure that it's spicy. It's nice, nandy, you know. This is something you can enjoy in your marriage. You should enjoy it to the fullest. You shouldn't be shy about it. You didn't get married now to eat. That's not what you should do. You got in now to, like,
a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing to be vulnerable and enjoy as a couple. So I advocate for that. Even with, like, he mentioned his friends, like with my friends, you know, also don't have a lot of married friends, but it's a conversation I'd be very open to having and just sharing, you know. And I think us sharing this hopefully helps those maybe who are too shy to ask, or who don't have people around them and stuff. We're bearing our business.
You can watch the video.
You can refer them to the video. We're bearing our business to be like, gunje.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've gone into great detail about sex. But yeah, that was a huge thing in our first year of marriage.
Yeah, don't neglect sex. One man said to me, show me a couple that does not have sex and I'll show you a marriage that's in trouble.
That's very true.
Don't neglect that.
Don't neglect it, please. Even those who are in church who want to be too religious, please, man. Please. It's important. Yeah, but that's all I'm going to say.
We're done about sex.
We're done.
Okay.
We're done.
Next.
I think one thing that we're going to say was a struggle before we go into the pros, I guess. I don't know if it was really speaking cons, but now just like the highlights. One thing that was a struggle was our spending habits were very different.
Oh yeah, you say were.
They are very different, but I think we have a better understanding now. But yeah, like I said, before I got married to Anele, like, I had been staying by myself for like 3 years, you know. Started working, I was independent, got my own things, spent money my own way. It was just me figuring out finances and things. And also, I'm just one of those things. I'm one of those people who really care about my skin, and so, like, skincare is like a huge thing. It's not something I skimp on in terms of like budgets, and just also hair and how I look. Like, I love taking care of myself, you know. I think it helps me show up best, you know, for him and as a mom now. So I mean, it was an adjustment for him to see, like, the things, like how much certain things would be, how much they cost of makeup, the wigs. And then he started buying me wigs, and like,
there were weaves before wigs, remember?
Did I? Okay, yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know if I had any weaves, but yeah.
Yeah, and with me, I'm 4 years younger than my brother, and 7 years younger than my sister, and then I've got another sister as well who's a lot older than. But like, the distance between my old sister and me, like my elder sister and the second eldest sister and me, it's very big. I mean, 7 years. We don't really speak about those kind of things. I wouldn't monitor and notice, like how much she spends on doing nails, for instance, those kind of things. And then yeah, it's not something you speak with your brother, you know.
Obviously, because you're not.
Football and stuff. So when I finally got married and I started staying with this person, and she'd tell me I'm going to do my nails. She'd do her nails when we were dating, obviously, for instance, you know. But I was one of those, she would never come ask me, can I have this amount of money for nails, you know. But yeah, she would ask me, can I have money for nails? And then, yeah, it's fine, I can send her whatever. I never knew the exact figures, you know. And so now we're staying together, and now we have a collective budget. And I'm realizing so the dynamics are, I'm the saver,
she's the spender.
And
the accountant is the spender.
yeah.
The lecturer is the saver.
And you know, when you're going through it initially, because it's new, you're newlywed, you're trying to make things work, you then bite. I used to bite my tongue.
And you just build up.
And then just all right, you know, just let it go. Start thinking. I'm like, if I think of what I would save for and what I would buy, like literally, I would buy FIFA.
Yeah, that's literally this
every
big
year,
splurge.
you know,
is
so,
FIFA, whatever the year is.
Yeah,
FIFA 19, FIFA 2020, FIFA 2021, 1,000 rand. That's it.
Exactly.
I mean, 1,000 rand would cover like probably monthly maintenance or a few skincare products.
A few.
Or would be a down payment on a wig.
Yeah.
Or so it was very, because I'm also not like I can't say I'm frugal. I'm not a cheapy person. I'm a quality person. I love convenience. I feel like I think that was something that motivated me a lot when I was studying at Wits, going through what I was going through. I was like, I'm not suffering for this profession to like, not that I want to splurge or whatever, but there just needs to be a level of comfort that I get to experience.
Yeah, 100%.
No one else has to know it really. I'm not going to be flashy about it, but I like certain things for myself.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I'm extreme.
He's extremely frugal.
I can struggle. It's fine. I can, if I have to walk 2 hours,
you walk.
Yeah, then spend maybe $100 on an Uber. No, it's fine. I'll walk. It's a no-brainer.
I'm spending the $100 on the Uber. He knows this even. I think when I was asking him about, because of us having moved now, I don't get to walk to work anymore. I don't have that luxury of just walking to work.
Yeah. So she takes the express train, most expensive one.
Yeah, I take the train, and then to get to the train, I take an Uber. Yeah, that's me. Because I go in once a week.
An Uber for £6.
It's a treat for me.
But she can take a bus for £2. You know.
Not
so
keen.
Yeah,
you don't have to wake up earlier. But yeah, you see, so those different dynamics and things like that is something we had to just like navigate.
Yeah.
But it's not like he was on me up. Like it was just weird and strange for him. I think he was just like, you know. It wasn't like you shouldn't. It was never you shouldn't. It was just like, oh wow, really like questioning and I initially took offense. I'm like, Kanti, and then you know, but
and the thing is with her, she's not really an extreme. She's not really on the other side. You know, I'm extreme. I'm very frugal. You know, and the thing is with me, I don't really spoil myself, or I'm not one of those people. You'll never find me at McDonald's alone. Like, you know, you have people, need to take myself out on a date
not even
and whatnot.
Like a little fancy place. Like SA people, Tasha's, whatever is fancy. I don't even think that's fancy, but anyway, you know.
I'll buy bread when I'm alone. But when I'm with her, I will go to McDonald's, we'll go to all these restaurants. I can go to Fire Grill, wherever it is, I can pay for all of that when I'm with her, you know. Because what she taught me as well was that it's also about the experience, you know. Don't just look at the quality of the food, because sometimes I would be like, what the hell, $600 for this rubbish, you know.
I had to introduce him to nice things.
And what I loved about her is her cooking is incredible. She's very good at cooking, and so I would go to a restaurant and would eat food, and I'll tell her, I'm like, no, like I hate going to a place and feeling like this would have been a lot nicer if we're at home.
This was in South Africa. Better, you know? Imagine here now. Anyway, we're not going into that. Sorry.
You know, those kind of things. That would be my perspective. And so, let's say we've just I've eaten something. I wasn't really happy with it, and then I'd be really annoyed. And the next time she says, let's go out, and I'm like, no, but you remember last time you know. And so I've had to learn that hey, it's also about the experience. It's okay if it's not as good as you would like it to be, but I do deal well with that, you know. It's just that I was very extreme with spending.
Yeah.
Like I hardly ever spent, and I was a saver. If you watched the
How he say follow
Bola, for instance, for me, I really would save, and I still save quite a bit, and it's just remarkable how this balance, like God orchestrated for us to be together with these particular traits, because I think if she was like me, we would be in trouble, and if I was like her, there would be times where we'd be in a little bit of trouble, not too much trouble, because she never spends things like rent money. She's very accountable,
all the bills will be settled. Like absolutely. I need that peace of mind. I can't be, I just, it's like you can't be a doctor who's unhealthy. I feel like that example. So me being like an accountant who doesn't know how to manage her money is crazy business to me. So at least all the bills have to be paid. There needs to be, tithe needs to be returned. That's most important to me. And then all the bills need to be settled. There needs to be food in that, and then
she can make sure that there's no cents left. Like every single cent
is accounted for.
The moment she sees all the bills are settled, right? There's 5,000 left. This 5,000 can't see the end of the month. We can't get to a new month with 5,000 in tax. No,
it can even go into savings though. I tell you that.
Even saving. I'm saying when everything has been arranged.
I budget to the very last cent.
Yeah, exactly.
To the very last cent. So this goes into saving. Like even with our move, it was something that had to be done over like multiple months, because I didn't want us finishing this house over a long period of time. There were just certain things that had to be done meticulously. So it was just like planned in advance. I'm a planner. Like I plan in advance. Even the things I purchase, like I've explained to me, like even with skincare, I'll be researching. I'm like, okay. It's not something that's just spontaneous. It's something that's really planned for. And is it worth it? Yes, there are of course spontaneous purchases. I'm not gonna be like, I don't have those moments. I have those moments, of course. But it's just very good to account so that you have that peace of mind, because I have grown up, like I've alluded to financial trouble in my family and things like that. So it's not something I would want to perpetuate in my own home, So
and we've never had that. We've never had a situation where we are now forced to be into debt. Because she is quite responsible with that. And then
the debt is not it.
With me, I know another thing we'd fight about, honey. you can't rob the people of this house.
What are you revealing?
Well, she'd say to me, right, let's go buy A, B, and C, and I say, I have no money left. And then she'd be like, oh, okay. And then she would see my bank account. There's maybe 1,000 rand put under savings. And then it would be a huge fight.
But I think that happened like once. It happened once, really. Where I discovered it once, and I realized he was like, "There's no more spending money left."
For me,
and I thought he wasn't being transparent.
There we are.
Man. Really?
And for me, I would say no. This one, we're not touching. This is an emergency
fund.
And then there was that problem of lack of transparency, and it was quite new in our marriage as well. I think it was within that first year actually.
A lot happened in that first year.
And it's necessary stuff.
It really is necessary stuff. Because you discussed these things before, and it's not like we didn't discuss finances.
Exactly,
It's not like we didn't discuss living patterns, we dated for a long time and we spoke for a long time. And you can tell that we speak. We're people who speak. Our videos are not short. This one is not a short video. So clearly people who speak a lot, like we have these conversations off camera a lot, like even into the AMs, like I can speak to this person for such a long time.
We've had
and it's like, we need to sleep, but I just want to talk to you, so we've had these conversations, but now when you're living it, it's very different. Like you can speak and plan parenting. I think that's also another one when we get into that topic of parenting and how it changed our lives as well.
The application,
you can
so different to the theory.
You can read the books, read the verses, pray, and praying, of course, is very important. But now living the parenting when she's just throwing herself on the ground.
Yeah.
You're like,
you don't pray anything, no?
I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah.
Like when you're now living in the thing, even though you can prepare for it meticulously, there's still things that can hit you like curveballs.
Yeah.
So that's something you need to be aware of in marriage.
Yeah, and another thing you need to put into account is also evolving. You know, partners do evolve. It's not that you were being tricked. It's not that, no, this person
That's
is tricking me.
Point, yeah.
You know, like literally, there are some things she might like now that she doesn't like anymore.
Exactly.
There's a perspective she might have.
Like nails, I don't do my nails anymore, really.
Yeah.
It's not something I care for anymore. But anyway,
there's a certain perspective, or let's say belief, for lack of a better word, that she might have this year that 2 years from now she won't have. And then don't, as a partner, start feeding, this person has tricked me, she was dishonest. It's not that. It is real that people evolve
and change.
And it's not just
I wouldn't say core beliefs though. Yeah, please, we're not saying like now, let's say you're both in a Catholic church and now they want to be Muslim or something. That's
we're not speaking to that.
That's a huge evolve. We're just talking about like little things, and maybe growing in confidence, maybe career trajectory, those kind of things that are manageable within a marriage. Interests, maybe
interests.
You know, like not core values and beliefs and things like that. No.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. What else do we have? How many points
now
do we have left?
We're just reflecting on the good side, or the things that we were pleasantly surprised by, or pleasantly didn't realize would mean so much. So like I mentioned, going home, or him coming home to me every day. Still something that's so beautiful, waking up to him, and now like us having a child together. Well, that wasn't within the first year of marriage, so I won't mention that, but just having him there every day, it's like I've mentioned it on my stories before, like when I'm just thinking out, like I actually can't fall asleep really without him next to me, you know. And it's like, how did I fall asleep before this person? How did I manage to sleep alone when I have to travel for work, or if maybe he's away for whatever reason? Or like, you know, it's just it's a lot more difficult. It's hard to navigate with, okay, how do I sleep now? And you just feel like something's missing. And that's like a beautiful surprise, and just having that person and rolling over and seeing them, or like how he cuddles me. I don't want to go into all those details. Spooning and stuff. Like it's very romantic. It's just the little things, and just grabbing my hand and kissing my hand, and you know, those random I love yous, or you know, kisses on the forehead and stuff. It's just like, you know, it's just things you can't put into it, you can't buy. It's just it's I can't even explain how amazing that was, especially in the first year of marriage. It was just so beautiful. It was just like, you know, marriage is not also one of those things you can just tick off the box yourself. It's something that God gifts you, and I'm super grateful that God gifted me that. You know, it's not anything that I did of my own accord, or like, oh, I worked, you know, for this. God saw it fit that I get to experience this. Yes, it's demanded a lot of me and a lot of change and a lot of growth. But the beauty of it, I mean, with something so great and wonderful comes with a lot of responsibility and a lot of leveling up, you know. Nothing like marriage will require you to level up like marriage, but the beauty on the other side of that is just
well, no, with me, there were quite a lot of things I could actually touch on. But you know, the video is probably like so long now.
Yeah, so this is a long one.
Go into great detail, but no, some really remarkable things. She's been my friend for so long, you know, like my best friend for so long, and so to finally also live with her was so remarkable for me. Really good. And I won't lie as well, the social standard or the social image that I also got was really enhanced from being a married man. And then I would be one of those who I really love hearing how people think my wife is so beautiful, you know. It do so much for me, you know.
Yeah.
Because it made me realize, no, I'm not crazy. Or I'm not whipped. Yeah,
Yeah, because I always tell me, you're just saying that because you're in love with me.
Yeah.
Say that
So,
you're in love with me.
For me, it evoked a very different feeling, very different emotion, very different. I'm gonna be honest as well. I got some sort of authority, you know, as well. My students are coming in, and some will be shocked. You're married. You look young, you know.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about marriage is, no, this is fact. This is truth. Like honestly, when you are married, you do become wiser, you know. And when you open your mouth, tend to spew out certain things that are quite wise. Yeah, because it's a very humbling experience. And you jump into marriage with certain ideas like, oh, me, I'll never this kind of thing, never. Oh, how stupid is that guy doing this kind of thing, never. But when you're married now and you start seeing, not necessarily falling into that thing, that particular thing, but you start understanding situations and how it then could be easier for someone else to navigate and end up in that particular thing, you know. Like for instance, we spoke about frequent sex and how that disruption occurred when we in our first year of marriage, and you'd always think, oh, but this person though, what the hell's wrong with them? Why are they sleeping around? You know those kind of things. This guy's married, beautiful wife. What the hell's going on? You know. But when you're married, you start realizing, oh, okay, he couldn't deal with this. He never had the support or understanding of what's happening, and therefore they make very bad decisions, you know. Don't cheat on you. I've never cheated on you.
But
right?
On the point of cheating, I think that's why it's very important for your partner to be accountable to I would say to be accountable to God, to have that relationship with God where they are accountable to God first before you. Because if they look at you and you're like, I value when you're a clown, I'm gonna go do my own thing. If they don't have that base, then it's very easy for them to discount whatever beliefs, if they're now like those are not rooted beliefs. But if you're because he's a man who's rooted in God, and that God is who he's first accountable to before he's accountable to me, you know, and God is the one who defines his character, then even in moments of difficulty where there's lack of sex for whatever reason, it might be tough, but cheating is not on his mind because God is not requiring that, like would not be happy with that. So that's why that's also another reason, like I think we mentioned in our things we would have considered deal breakers, where God has to be the foundation, because if he's not, it's very easy to make an excuse with really she's not giving me this, I need it. You'll find so many sources on social media and things, and even people or examples in your own life very close to home that will make it justifiable for you to go out and do that. So what I'm saying is, with marriage, you become wiser, you become more calculated as well in things you say and your reasoning. So those are the benefits. It really is the benefits of being married. And running a household, you learn not to be emotional over everything. You learn to understand that this is really management, and you are going to have good days and bad days. You're going to have things that are losses and others will be wins. And it does build you to become a proper man, you know, and a woman, because you are a matriarch of a household as well. So the patriarch and matriarch of the household,
it teaches you teamwork. It forces you into teamwork. Like it really forces you. The teamwork is in your face. And let's say you're having a fight, and you can't even resolve this, then something happens. Like something could be bad, could be good, whatever it is, but that thing requires you to be in the space of other people. And you can't then be there, you grumpy, you are sitting that side, other one sitting that side, so you are forced.
You have to be a united
Exactly.
It's for the household, for the stones is something.
So that's what it does for you. It really does improve situations that you go through in life. So that's why I advocate for it, you know. And a lot of other reasons. But I won't go too deep into it. That was just the surface.
Imagine that was just the surface.
She starts pinching me, and when I'm speaking too long, you know,
I've never pinched him actually.
This height, so you won't see.
I'm not even. But anyway, just to highlight another positive within our first year of marriage was being able to have our own traditions and just do things for our own family. That was really nice. Like there's just that beauty of like taking your own path. Now you're away from household you grew up in. He grew up in his own household, I grew up in a different household, and now you're coming together and you are doing, maybe there are certain things you wanted more in your life, or what you want more for your kids, like holidays and like celebrating anniversaries differently, or making sure that you go away, or photo shoots. I love photo shoots. And just having those memories, and it's just beautiful to be able to do that, and just be like I'm a very sentimental, cheesy person. He's also cheesy. And just being able to do that, you know, and have those personalized items or t-shirts. I know in dating we had like personalized t-shirts and things like that. But just to have those cheesy things and just, you know, have like someone who shares those values with you, or those ideals with you, and you get to do that for your own family and set that example.
I remember we wore those t-shirts. Hers was together and 20, number 20.
Was it? I think that was you.
Oh, that was me. Together
20.
Or was it 11?
No, I was 11.
Yeah,
since 11. Together 20 was yours.
No,
together since
11, since 2011.
So together 20 is you.
All right.
Since 11 was me. I'll put the picture.
And then we stand there, and as we were walking now, you hear people, hey, together! Well, since that you're walking, and you realize, they're calling you, you know. So, just a really nice experience.
But it's nice, man. Like, even in our own marriage, to just have those things and do those things together, and just fill our home with our own traditions that our daughter gets to grow up and enjoy and see. And
credit to, I'm going to say credit to our parents as well, you know. There was no financial pressure. There was no financial expectations. They really let us enjoy our marriage and do our own things. I know some people, when they get married, they still having fights amongst themselves. Oh, this one is still trying to build their
black tax,
build their fence and their house for her mom, for his mom or her mom. This one is trying to build their own family, their own household. Now there's money going that side, and money needed for this side, and it's not sufficient. And that's
something we should actually say we're very grateful for. We've had very supportive, we have very supportive parents, and that's just a privilege, because I know it's not a lot of people's stories, and that's something that affects marriage kakulu, but that hopefully can be mean, I want to say resolved beforehand, but you can't control family members,
Hey.
can you?
Yeah.
Even if I just think what you need to resolve beforehand between you and your spouse is a united front.
Yes.
And what you will and will not tolerate.
Yeah.
And just defend each other. Like, no one should come in between the two of you. You left and you cleaved.
Yeah. Even moms.
Even moms,
Even
dads, siblings,
anything. Uncles.
All of them are secondary to your spouse.
Yeah.
All of them. The only one above your spouse is God. That's it. That is it. Only one above your spouse is God. I know it's controversial for some people, but that's my standpoint, his standpoint as well.
Yeah, no compromise.
So there's no compromise there. You know, you have your spouse's back at all times, and you support each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I think this is a very long video.
What was left? There were still other points, isn't it? So it's gonna be a part 2.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right. See you at part 2, guys.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but nah, thank you.
There weren't really any points. I think we mentioned them really, but our first year of marriage was clearly very eventful, and we hope you took something from it. If you're planning on getting married, you're in a serious relationship, or you're newly married, or even if you've been married for a while and maybe still struggle with some of these things, or just went through them and now you're like, oh, other people, like, it's comforting to know it's okay, it wasn't just us, we're not crazy. Hopefully this video provided some insight and you learned something. Yeah,
and another thing, one more thing. Another thing is I've witnessed where people are living together, they're cohabiting, but they're not married. And they don't really get to have certain situations that force them to grow, really. But the moment they can stay 6 years, but the moment they decide they're getting married, that first year, get illegal. You know, it becomes so difficult that some even divorce within the first year, second year,
there's something about it's a holy thing. Marriage is a holy thing. Is. I know others, I mean, there are plenty of people who get married not under the Christian or godly umbrella. Maybe they just get married, but either way, God created marriage, and because of that, it's a holy divine thing. So
there's a divine light that then starts shining, you know, and all the cracks start appearing. No, I'm done. I'm quiet now.
But yeah, thank you guys. This was very insightful for us as well. Again, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.